Hi YouTube, it's Angela. We're here to do a soul guidance reading right now for this current week, or whenever really you've tapped into this video. The guidance is pretty much evergreen, and these are just little aspects of ourselves that we could tap into and develop so that we're creating a more, we're realizing our full potential as spiritual human beings here on this planet. So we're going to start with the first card. I'm pulling from the Sacred Oracle, Sacred Forest Oracle, and then also from the Zen Tarot deck. We're clarifying with those cards. And our first leadoff card is Water Spirit, or manifesting our dreams. So, you know, the general maybe feeling out there of being able to manifest is largely spiritual, largely taking divine energy and creating that. But there also is a practical side to it. There's action that needs to be taken, right? And as you're creating what it is you want, this could be a new, you know, a new phase of your life, you know, moving into retirement, or moving into a new home, or creating a project, or building a relationship. There's different ways that you could manifest in this way. This is just reminding you to be actively focused on you know, your desires, and move around as if they've already been fulfilled, right? Move in a body that moves as if it's achieved its dreams, right? Use your mental aspects to be able to, you know, sort of flip the doubt or remove the doubt. Don't move with hesitation. Don't move with doubt. This isn't a passive card. This is an active, you know, decisive energy here, right? As we're, you know, the dreamy quality of the water is definitely there, but also, you know, being precise in our actions and making sure we're going forward. The Zen cards that I pulled to clarify this is the dream, manifesting dreams, and then new vision. So this is, I like the combination of these, you know, with all of these three together. The dream, sometimes this card is asking us to, you know, not hang on too tightly with our version of how things have to be. Like, this is kind of this woman dreaming of being, you know, falling in love and living happily ever after, right? But this is also a reality check, because things happen. You know, we could fall in love, but happily ever after, that's kind of a large, you know, life gets in the way sometimes of the ever after part. And we move from happiness to frustration, to doubt, to fear, to joy, to positivity. We move through all those emotions. That's the point of the journey, right? So it's kind of putting us in check and reminding us, yeah, it's good to have this dream to look after. But what the water spirit reminds us is, don't stop your own flow with doubts or hesitations, or if this isn't turning out the way I pictured it, it's a failure, right? Don't stop your own flow. And then the new vision card is really asking you to aim farther, like really set your sights on what that is, and trust it, know it, see it, and move toward it. So I love how this opens up. Then we're going to take a little journey as to how to actually make some of this stuff, you know, fit into our lives. And the next card I got is another water card, but it's the reflecting pool. So this is a card of stillness. This is saying, you know, when we are within, when we go within and we're able to really align with our own truth, with our own, you know, desires and what's real for us, that's when our power emerges, right? We want to make sure we go within to get that alignment, reflect on how far you've come and what your next step may be, that kind of thing. But always as we're working toward a goal or working toward creation in our life, it's never going to be like a straight road, speedy road without any twists or turns, right? That's because that's just not the act of being human. We have to find a way to also adapt with what goes on in our grounded reality, and being able to reside in your stillness, get in touch with your truth, get in touch with what empowers you, and what feels right in this moment is important. And the Zen cards I pulled with that are politics. This is dropping the mask, attuning to your truth, being able to be transparent, get out there and claim, what it is that is right for you, and what is feeling best for you. And then with that, I also got slowing down, which is just the whole act of reflecting, right? So being able to slow down, drop the mask, drop the, we can fool ourselves sometimes in certain ways, right? Like to say, oh, I'm just not, I don't know, I have this goal I want to achieve, but I'm just not ready for it. There's so many things that have to happen. Well, is that really true? Could you actually take one step right now to go toward that goal? So that's where getting in touch with your truth and being in deep reflection helps to sort of carve your path forward. And then the next card in the process, in the interim, while we're in this reflective state, there's a healing quality to it. It's gathering our power. Like I said, when we are in reflection and deep stillness within our own soul, that's when our power and our truth really comes through and it really emerges. And the dragon card is perfect to pull next. This is about healing, restoring your energy, and then reemerging, right? The dragon represents the power within you, and, overcoming your obstacles and being able to really gather that up. And if you see that this woman is sleeping on the forest floor and there's a ball of light over her, the dragon has provided. And it's like when she wakes up, it's going to be, oh, okay, I'm rested and refreshed, and I can see, I know my direction. So that is our next step toward our goal. And then the Zen cards I pulled with that are healing because that sort of started with this reflection, and then we go a little deeper with the dragon energy to really work through some of those areas that need restoration, that need healing within us in order to gather our energies to move forward. And then I got breakthrough. This is like full empowerment. This is third chakra busting open energy. This is, I got this. I took the time to stop and reflect and heal and decide what feels best for me and what my direction is here in this thing that I'm going toward, whatever that is. And now I got it, and now I'm ready, right? And now I move forward, and I have a breakthrough, and I bust through it. And the final card is fire spirit. This is your full activated energy. This is transformative. Fire represents passion and enthusiasm and creativity and activation and getting it done, right? So being in the final step, starting with the water and then ending with the fire is pretty powerful, because the water is gathering our feelings and, getting in touch with our own truth and what's best for us. And then we move through the steps and end up with this activated, decisive energy to move forward. And then the Zen cards I pulled with that are creativity, which is what fire is, right? What it represents is that zeal for life, that sort of creative energy that I can do it, and I have all this momentum to take me forward. So creativity comes with that. And then I got source, which is, there's fire. This is a fire card, and this is reminding you that all along you've had it within your source, your the seat of your truth and who you are, and the way you connect with the divine, and the choices you make are all yours. Like, you're creating your entire experience, you're creating your life here. And what a great way to start with manifesting dreams to full self-reliance and knowing that you got this, right? I just love the progression of this reading. It's very telling that, I get it. I get the frustrations with, thinking from the ego and too much out there. What's this going to look like? What's it going to feel like? How's it going to be received? If I'm starting a new relationship, is it going to last? All the questions that happen, but really the guidance here is to slow it down, tap into your full inner being, and manifest from there, and really stay in touch with your own truth, because that is what empowers you, right? Is your own truth, your own path. I'm going to pull a couple more cards here. And I got one from the Sacred Creators Oracle. And then I pulled 2 Zen cards. So for Sacred Creators Oracle, I pulled one step ahead is all you need. I love this. This is saying, yeah, I have this big dream. I have this big picture I want to achieve. Where do I begin? Like, how am I going to get there? Take a step, right? That's what's worked through in your reflection and in that stillness and in gathering your power, whatever it is that you've worked through and the path that kind of lights up for you, do that first thing, right? That's how you activate that fire energy, right? One thing. If it's a phone call that you need to make, if it's connecting with someone, if it's writing down, your whole vision, or in whatever way, one step ahead. And then I pulled 2 mental energies that could sort of lock us in and prevent our progress here, which is interesting because there's always this balance, right, of where we want to head and then what the reality is and what blocks we've created within ourselves that prevent us from our forward motion. And I pulled morality and comparison. What is it? Comparison is the thief of joy, right? Be your full self. Don't worry about how anyone else has done it or what the other people are going to think or how it's been done in the past, even how you've done it in the past. No comparisons. You're in this moment now, manifesting your dream, creating what it is you want. And the comparison will stop you in your tracks. And then the morality card is another one. If you see this figure, she's locked in this like weird metal grid with her hands bound and very straight, very like just no room for movement. It's right or it's wrong. And there's no movement, no room for any gray area. This isn't the energy we want to have on our journey toward manifesting. We want to make sure we're open and we realize that if we label something as right or wrong, we're limiting our progress in a big way. So then we revert back to one step is all you need. One step forward and then the next step forward, right? As you progress towards your goal. Perfect. I love this so much. All right, you guys, that'll be it. Do all the likes and shares and everything on this thing to help grow this channel, and love you guys.